a trial date's now set for 3 people charged in the beating death of a gay man in Phoenix. Jake Kelly died from his injuries last summer.
And one of the suspects has been tied to white supremacy and neo-Nazis. And tonight we're asking if that could play a role in this trial. True crime correspondent Brianna Whitney is looking into this tonight.
Interesting. You hear that and you think this could be part of it, but there's also a chance that maybe it isn't. It really all comes down to the fact that Jake Kelly's own roommates are charged with hindering the investigation in the way they dealt with his dead body. One of them has strong ties to violent hate groups, and that could come into play most during the end of this upcoming trial.
A gay man is dead, and one of 3 people now set to face trial for the killing has neo-Nazi ties that could affect the outcome, according to a former detective with knowledge of the suspect's past.
All the pieces of the puzzle are here. Now you got to put them together and see how everything fits in.
Matt Browning spent years undercover with Mesa PD, infiltrating white supremacist groups to take them down in the valley. He's familiar with Corey Young, who is charged with interfering in this police investigation, along with his wife Shannon. Their friend Angel Malooly charged with second-degree murder. This all tied to the death of Jake Kelly, the Young's roommate. Police believe this past August, Malooly beat Kelly, then left him gravely hurt and unconscious on the driveway. According to documents, instead of calling 911, the Youngs carried Kelly into the house, put him in a bathtub, changed his clothes, and left him there. They didn't take him to a hospital until a day later, and he died a week after that. Once the 3 were arrested, Jan Kelly, Jake's mom, felt relief.
When he could have been saved, they didn't save him. He laid there for 16 hours, hurt as badly as he was hurt, and no one helped him. I'm glad they're caught. You know, we've always known who they were.
Browning says Young has a decades-long history of white supremacy.
He has 1488 tattooed on him, which is the 14 words by David Lane, which is, you know, we must secure an existence for our future and a future for white children. And then he's got 88 for Heil Hitler. But also on his forearm, he has Nazi tattooed.
Browning says when it comes to the trial, even if prosecutors don't prove white supremacy as a part of the death, he believes it could still change the severity of the consequences.
White supremacy is an aggravating factor because it doesn't fit into the crime itself. But in the sentencing phase, it is a sentence enhancement for the crime.
Kelly's mom believes wholeheartedly what happened to her son was a hate crime because he was gay.
Since Corey was 15 years old. Corey has hated since he was a teenager. He's in his 40s now. He's done DOC time hanging out with the Skins and the Brothers. That hatred didn't go away.
As of now, the trial is set for this summer, July 22nd. While Shannon Young is no longer in custody, both Corey Young and Angel Malooly remain behind bars, guys.
Can you explain the difference between aggravating and mitigating factors?
Yeah, there are words that sometimes people don't know what that means in a trial, and I totally get it. One of them, aggravating factors, is used to enhance the severity of a punishment. So that could be something like somebody being part of a violent hate group, being a repeat offender, the victim being disabled. Mitigating is the opposite. That means it's something used to reduce the severity of a punishment. That could be the defendant suffers from mental illness, there's no previous criminal record, there's a lesser role in a crime, things like that. So that all plays a part when you're looking at conviction and then also that sentencing phase.
What a terrible case.
Yeah. Awful. Yeah.
Yeah. Brianna, thank you.